Year to year, a huge amount of emphasis is always placed in education. However, a statistic that not many know about is that of the expulsion rate in Ohio. In the state of Ohio, it was found that the expulsion rate is abnormally high in preschool.
Well, overall in Ohio, the preschool expulsion rate right now is higher than that of K through 12, actually. The state of Ohio got some funding called the Whole Child Matters Grant. And through that, the whole state had the ability to write in for the grant. And our agency was the one that wrote in for Richland County and received the money. So now we are actually responsible for all of the daycares and preschools in Richland County.
With this statistic looming over Ohio education, the state of Ohio decided to take action to try and lower the surprising number.
The state of Ohio reached out to agencies within surrounding counties and through Ohio and said, you know, there's a need for this. Is this something your agency would be willing in partnering with us and starting up in your area?
Catalyst was immediately identified by the state of Ohio as an agency that has potential to help lower the expulsion rate number. With the grant, as well as cooperation with other schools, Catalyst will be able to work with children and their parents to identify key areas of improvement in each student. Courtney and Ann have personally visited each participating school each week in order to make sure that the program is running smoothly and will continue to improve.
There are actually multiple different ways that we can work with the schools. One of the ways is we can do it totally client-based. Like you said, someone can even tell a teacher can have a concern, talk to the parent, have a release signed, we'll work. We have a whole process with that we work. Within the school, we'll observe the child, we meet with the parents, we come up with a plan that's consistent across the school and home. That, I honestly feel, for most schools is the most beneficial. But some schools we actually go into their weekly just to observe the classroom. And really what that is helping the teachers. If they're seeing some of the behaviors, how do I deal with some of these behaviors? How do I let the parents know? How do I help the parents through some of that?
One of the main areas of emphasis that will be addressed with the grant is early childhood mental health and making sure that each student are at a good personal and social level to move on to kindergarten. Catalyst and Ohio State University of Mansfield, as well as North Central State College, have partnered together to make this happen.
The partnership that we have would be with early childhood mental health. And so we have two individuals, two social workers, Courtney and Ann, that partner with our staff and our families and children to make sure that we have strong mental health, good social emotional skills so that they can be successful when they move on to kindergarten. I think it's fair to say that we had to build a relationship. It just didn't happen so easily. Let's walk in and provide children and families, early childhood mental health. What I know is that I've grown and they've grown and we've grown together because families and children have to trust, just like any of us have to trust someone. Every year that partnership gets stronger and stronger. I don't want them to go away now. They're part of our staff. They come in and sign in and we all say hi. I mean, it's so easy now. But the beginning, it was a little bit of a challenge because we really didn't know what to expect from each other. And same with the children and families. And now they know Courtney and Ann and they get their little leg hugs and those kinds of things from the children.
Catalyst also approached Trinity Shining Light School as a partner for the grant. Sue Stanford, administrator for the school, has said that the partnership has opened their eyes to the importance of addressing early childhood mental health.
They actually approached us several years ago, probably over 5. They came in and told us about what they did and whatnot. Early childhood mental health wasn't really something that we talked about or touched on. And it's become quite apparent that it is so necessary and so out there right now that in the reference to there's so many behaviors that parents and educators aren't understanding, and our relationship with Catalyst Life Services and the early childhood mental health consultants has just opened our eyes and given us the confidence to deal with things we couldn't maybe have dealt with without them. Ann and Courtney have become, they've just become part of our preschool, They come in, the children know who they are. They're always asking them to do things for them. I just can't say enough about their support, not just for children, but for our staff.
Catalysts in the state of Ohio hope that the grant will help combat the expulsion rates in preschool one step at a time.
I have a question. What is it? I can see mints on their head.